So my name is Judy Miller, and this webinar is our Infusionsoft Basic Training on the Email Builder. If you need to get a hold of me, if I don't answer your questions or you have any questions after the webinar, you can reach me at basictraining@infusionsoft.com. It's right in the corner down there, and I'll get back to you. I'll answer your questions or I'll help you out any way I can. If I don't know the answer, I certainly will go find it out for you. I kind of have a little fall kind of theme going on here because Arizona finally is below 100 degrees, and we're having like 80-degree weather right now, and it's just perfect. And that's the reason we live in Arizona, so it's awesome. So with your Infusionsoft application, you have access to our Help Center. In our Help Center, you'll find access to our user guide that will help you with any questions that you also have, access to our tech support numbers, our chat line, also access to our mastermind webinars, and to access registration for more of these webinars. So a lot of people come to this webinar thinking that we're going to go over how to create a campaign, and we're not going to go over how to create a campaign. That's tomorrow's webinar. Today we're going to focus on sending a broadcast, and I'm going to explain the difference real quick. A broadcast is a one-time email that kind of goes off in a blast. It's kind of like how you send off your newsletter. You either search for a group of people, pick your entire list, and you send off a one-time email. And I'll give you some examples of why you would send those. But a broadcast is a one-time blast that you send off to your list or a certain targeted group of people. A campaign is linked together. So a campaign is a series of emails that are connected together, and they're automated inside of Infusionsoft, and they are connected together by timers. So you may send off one email, wait a few days, send off another email, wait a few days, and send off another. You do need to know how to make an email, and you do need to know how to make a template, because you can save them and use those in the campaign builder. But today we're going to focus on the email broadcast and making that template. So I just wanted to explain that tomorrow at 10 o'clock, we'll go over the campaign builder, how to create a campaign, and how to grab those emails and pop them in there. So some awesome things we're going to learn today is how to edit a template. I'm going to show you how to add pictures and images so you can add your banner and brand those templates. I'm going to show you how to send a broadcast to your entire list, like if you're going to send off your newsletter. And I'm also going to show you how to send a broadcast to just a targeted group. I just want to find the people with this tag, or I just want to find people with names A to C, and I'll show you how to do that. So Judy, why would we send a broadcast and not just put it in an automated campaign? Well, the first reason is it may be a holiday. It may be 4th of July or Labor Day or Veterans Day or New Year's or Christmas or Thanksgiving. You just want to send off a special holiday greeting. You don't want to sell anything. You just want to wish them a happy holiday. It may be, like we talked about before, your monthly newsletter is going out, and you want to send that broadcast to everyone that is in your newsletter list. It might be that something's happening. Your website may be under construction, and people went to your website and they see this like under construction sign, and they're like, oh my gosh, is this still a business? And so you may want to send a broadcast out to your list of customers and prospects, letting them know that, hey, if you go check out my website, it's okay. It's just under construction. We're updating it. It's going to look great. It may be a special offer, and the special offer may be, Black Friday's coming up, or it may be that you have a special discount or a promo code just for the week. It may also be to create urgency. And that's like Black Friday. Hey, we only have 5 iPads that we're selling for $29.95. If you're one of the 5 people, you're going to get one. So we always want what we can't have. So urgency is there's 5 seats left for my webinar. If you'd like to join me, sign up now by clicking here. And that gets people to click, but you just have to make sure that you're being genuine and that you really only do have 5 seats left and you don't really have 1,000 seats left, and you're only telling people 5 so you can get that urgency. Be genuine. And the most important reason to send a broadcast, I think, is to create and build a relationship. People don't buy from random people. They buy from people they like, and they buy from people that they feel like they have a relationship with. So I'm going to create my relationship with you guys right now and show you a picture of my granddaughter. Her name is Everly, and she just turned 2 years old, and I know she's the cutest thing in the world, but here's how this works. I have a webinar. I introduce my granddaughter, Everly, and Dylan might write me back to my email address and go, oh my gosh, I have a granddaughter named Everly too, or my daughter's named Everly too, or we're going to have a baby and name her Everly. And then all of a sudden I write him back. We start chatting to each other via, email. And when I'm ready to sell my product, or when that person's ready to buy, they're going to remember me because we have a connection of Everly. So that's how it works. And don't take my word for it. Seth Godin, who's a very, very famous marketing guru, he says people do not buy services and goods. They buy relations, stories, and magic. And that's what you need to sell. Tell your story, create that magic, create that relationship, and you can do it through broadcasts. And I know it to be true because I do it all the time with Infusionsoft. So our email builder, let's get into it, Judy. We want to see how to build an email. It's easy to use. You can create multiple templates. So Milagro, if you have two different businesses, you sell personal training and you also work at a gym, you can have two different templates with different branding, etc. You can have as many templates as you want. They're mobile optimized, so they look really good on an iPhone or on a tablet. You can save and use the templates in the campaign builder. So you can make a template that you just love, and you can even drag those into the campaign builder so you don't have to make them over and over again. And it's fun. It's fun to work on your business and be creative. I think so. So let's do it. Let me get into Infusionsoft and show you how it's done. So I'm just going to open up my Infusionsoft application. And once I open up my Infusionsoft application, I'm going to land on the Infusionsoft dashboard. And to create a template, or to send off your first broadcast, even if you're going to go in and just play around, you're going to go to the same place. So I'm going to hover over the Infusionsoft logo. I'm going to come to marketing because we're talking about connecting with people. And I'm going to come down to emails and broadcasts and click that one time. Just like I said before, even if you're just playing around, you're still going to go to the same place. You're going to click on this blue Getting Started. It looks like a big vitamin pill. Click on the Getting Started, and it's going to bring you into our gallery. When you first open up the broadcast area, you're going to land in your gallery. And these are templates that are created for you by Infusionsoft. Permission to use as your starting point. You can always come over to the Actions button and hit the Action button and hit Create a blank template, and you can start from scratch. But these will help you choose what you want to use and where you want to start from. After you've sent your first email broadcast, even if you just send it to yourself, it will automatically grab that email and put it into the previously sent section. So if you send a broadcast, this is where you'll find it if you're looking for it. If you're working on an email and your computer closed or it crashed or you had to go take your dog out and Infusionsoft went to sleep, your emails will automatically be saved in the draft section, so you don't have to worry that even if the lights go out, you're still going to have that email you were working on in the draft section. And you also have the option to save a template. And if you save a template, it comes here in the My Template section that you can actually keep a going tab of templates and use those in the campaign builder. So you have to save it in the My Templates if you want to use it in the campaign builder. When you hover over them, you can either use that template or you can take a look at it and preview it, what it's going to look like on a cell phone and on a template. So I'm going to, on a tablet. So let me show you real quick by hitting that eyeball. It will show you on a tablet and also on a phone. I'm going to go ahead and use this one and click on Use Template. When I do, Infusionsoft will take you to a new screen, and you'll notice that a little header drops down. And that little header that drops down will give you the ability to change who this email is coming from. So Milagro, if you do have two separate businesses, you can change who the email is coming from, business A or business B. To change it, you simply click on the little pencil. You can either choose you or another user inside your Infusionsoft application, or you can hit Other. And if you hit Other, you can choose whatever name you want. So I'm going to put Infusionsoft here. And then I can put whatever email I want here. Now, if you send out a broadcast and you want people to reply to a specific person, if they reply to that specific email, you're going to put the email address here on who you want them to reply to. So I want them to reply to my Hey Jude Miller email. So I'm just going to put it there. And now when I hit save, you'll see that the from is Infusionsoft and the reply is to my Gmail account. We're not going to talk about recipients yet because we're not sending a broadcast, we're just playing around, but we do want to put a subject line. So I'm going to put hi and welcome. I'm going to put a comma, and I want to personalize this email. I want to put their first name in this email. So what I'm going to do is take my cursor and move over to the white button that says merge and click it one time. And what it will do is it will bring up all the fields available inside of Infusionsoft that you can personalize it with. Well, I want the most common fields. I want the first name, so I'm going to click on first name, and now this email will go out as hi and welcome Judy, hi and welcome Chandler, hi and welcome Dylan, whatever first name you have in there. If you don't have a first name, it will automatically default to friend. I'm going to pause for a second, get a drink of water. So once I get my header set up, I'm going to hit that little arrow in the middle that says details and push it back up like a mini blind and get it out of our way. You can always go back and hit that arrow and have it come back down. Now we're going to work on our email. And when we first start on our email, it starts in the design phase. And the design phase, if you look all the way to the left, we have two blocks. We have our blocks and our design. Our design lets you brand the background area of this email. So if I want to change the background, I can come to Email Background. click, I don't need to know the color, I can just click on the block and I can change the color of that email just like that. If you know the hex code for your email, you can just add it in here and you can have the same exact color in your branding. If you have a developer that let you know of your color code, you can do that. You change this back to white. And now I want to change the banner. This isn't my banner. It's probably not your guys' banner. So you can either just click in it and edit it. If you notice the toolbar on the left changed, so as soon as I clicked on the airplane banner, the toolbar on the left changed. I can edit this, so I can put my company name in here and hit edit if I want to, but I want to change the image and put in my own branding and my own image. So I'm going to click on change image. And when I do, my Infusionsoft images will show up, the images that I added into Infusionsoft. To add an image, you just hit browse and it will take you to your desktop and you can add your own image. I already have my image added in here, so I'm just going to scroll down to thumbnails and I'm going to add my Infusionsoft image just like that. I can even search by just typing in Infusionsoft and all my Infusionsoft images will come up. I'm going to choose my Infusionsoft image, and once I do, you'll see the toolbar on the left changed again. I have my image. I can make it bigger or smaller by using the toggle. If I make it smaller, I can add it left, right, or center by coming down to alignment. I'm actually going to put it in the center and make it as big as my email. The perfect size for your banner is 600 by 100. So if you want to write that down, 600 by 100. I can link this. If I want to link it to my website, I can link it by clicking on image link. I'm not going to link this one. And you do want to put a short description, so I'm just going to put my company banner. So if someone scrolls over it, they'll see what it is, and then they're more inclined to open it if they just see it's your company banner and makes it safe. So my banner's in there, and now I'm going to come down a little bit. There's a spacer. If you want to delete the spacer, just highlight over it and hit the delete button, but I'll leave the spacer there. And then we have a header called a simple call to action. That's the title of our email. You can change it just by highlighting over it and, hey, get my free ideas. If you want to change the color, just highlight over your title, come up to the little floating toolbar on top, the blue toolbar, and I can just click here and I can change the color to whatever color I want it to be. Cool? Cool. Now, if you already have emails created in MailChimp or Aweber or another, maybe a Microsoft Word document, all you need to do is copy that and you can paste it right here just by highlighting over and hitting paste. Or you can just start typing here. So I'm going to leave this here and I want to add a link to this email. So people always call tech support and say, how do I add a clickable link? I'm going to show you how to do it right now. I'm just going to put in some text. Click here to get my ideas now. And change the way you market to your prospects. So I'm just going to write my content. And your content should flow, so always read it out loud and make sure that it flows. And then I'm going to highlight where it says click here. When I highlight that, I'm going to come back up to my little blue floating toolbar and I'm going to look for the chain link fence. It looks like a chain link fence, which means link. It's right here to the second button to the left. I'm going to click on it and you'll see that a URL shows up, but I don't want to send them to a URL. I don't want to send them to a page of my website. I actually want to give them something to download. I want to give them a free report. So I'm going to come here to this little arrow and I'm going to find File Download. There it is, File Download, and click on it one time. If you don't have your file added to Infusionsoft yet, there's a little white button that says Upload New File. And when you click on that, you can go to your desktop or the files on your computer and grab that document and add it to Infusionsoft server, and we're going to host it for you and hold it for you. I already added mine, so I'm just going to come to Choose File, and I'm going to find my ideas. There they are, 5 fun newsletter ideas, and click on it and hit Insert Link. So let me do it for you again and show you. You write your copy, highlight, come to the link, look for File Download, add your file, hit Insert Link, and then you'll notice that it changes color to a light blue. And if you want to change that hyperlink color, if you're saying, you know what, I want my hyperlink color to be red, I want it really to stick out, Come to the toolbar on the left. Hyperlink color is pretty well right in the middle, and I'm going to change it to red. And now you see my hyperlink color is red. Now there's also a Take Action Now button. That's already included in this template, and I can link that Take Action Now to my downloadable link too. I can add my free report to that button. Let me show you how. I'm going to click on the button, and when I do, the toolbar to the left changes. And I'm going to change the title of the button, or the content, the text in the button, to Get Ideas Now. I'm going to come to button link, and I'm going to do the same exact thing. I'm going to click on File Download and choose my file. If you don't have your file imported into Infusionsoft, just click Upload New File. I'm going to click on Choose File. I'm going to find my 5 ideas, and then I want to change my button color to match kind of my theme I have going, which is kind of my green, Infusionsoft green, and change my button just like that. If you have the code, the hex code of your button, you can just add it right there. So there's my email. Now what if I want to add something to it? This looks perfect. I have a link right here, click here, and then I have a link under my button. But what if I want to add to it? I might want to add another button that says check out my blog post, or check out my store, or go to my website. How do I add things to this email? Easy. Come over all the way to the left, and there's a little block called Blocks, and there's a little block called Design, and I'm going to click on the blocks. And when I click on the blocks, it gives me the ability to drag and drop more stuff into that email. So maybe I want to put a dividing line between Infusionsoft and, hey, get my free ideas. So I'm going to come over to Divider. I'm going to drag it down and drop it right where I want it. When I do, you'll notice that the toolbar on the left changes. So you might feel a theme going on here. Every time I click on something in here, the toolbar on the left changes. I can change the width of my dividing line, and I can also change the color, and I'm going to keep it in my green theme and change it to green. Now what if I want to put another dividing line above my button? Let me show you how. I want it to be the same color green, and I want it to be the same exact width. So instead of going and adding a dividing line from the toolbar, I'm just going to click on this toolbar, make a duplicate of it, and then I'm just going to drag it and put it right on top of that button. And now I made the same exact line, didn't have to change color, didn't have to change width, I just made a duplicate. If I decide I don't like that button there, I can just click on the, if I don't like that line, click on the line, hit the trash can, hit delete, and get rid of it just like that. So it's pretty easy. Now I might want to add another button, and this button may be check out my website. So I'm going to come over to button. I'm going to put it right next to the button that I already have up there. Change my button text to check out my website. This time I do have to link it to a URL, so I'm going to put my website in here. And then I do want to change the color and match the green. And there you have it. You can also change the color of the text in your button by coming to text color, hitting the little white box. And there you have it. Just as easy that I just add buttons. This time I want to add an image. So I'm going to grab image, and I'm going to place my image wherever I want it and let it go. Once I do, the toolbar on the left will change, and I can come in and pick a different image. This might be best practices. And now I want to put some information underneath that. When I click on my image again, I can make it bigger. And now I want to put some text underneath it. Come over to my little blocks, grab text, and drop it right underneath, and then I can copy and paste my information right there. Pretty easy. If I want to divide my content from my buttons, I can always grab a dividing line and drop it right underneath. So far you see, it's just little blocks that are in our blocks that you can use to build out your email. Let me scroll down a little bit further and go over more. If I want to add a video, I can just grab the video button. I'm going to put it right next to my image and let it go. When I do, the toolbar on the left changes, and it's asking for my URL for that video. If you're hosting it in YouTube, you'll go to YouTube and grab that URL. If you're hosting it in Wistia, you'll go in Wistia and grab that URL. If you're hosting it in Vimeo or Jivebox, just go get that URL, so let me show you how. I always go to Frozen because I know it's safe. So once you're at that video, you can either hit the share button and grab that URL, or you can just grab the URL from your browser address bar and copy it. Go to where your video is being hosted, grab the URL, go back into Infusionsoft, and paste it right here where it says video URL. Once you do, your video will appear, and you can make it bigger or smaller just by using the toggle. Super, super easy. If I decide, I want to move that, I want to move it to the bottom of my email, you can just grab it. It's not moving, but it should. I should be able to just move that. For some reason, my mouse isn't working, and grab it and drag it wherever I want to drag it. Awesome, awesome. Let's go back to blocks. The social media snippet. I'm going to drop that one right on the very top, right underneath Infusionsoft. So the social media snippet, when you drop it on your canvas, it's going to be all gray in color. And you're thinking, well, that's no good. But if you notice, the toolbar on the left changed. And all you need to do is go to your Facebook page and put your Facebook URL here, and then the Facebook icon will appear. Twitter, put in my Twitter handle, Twitter will appear. When you hit the add more, I can add my Instagram, start typing, put in your URL, and it will automatically appear. You can make it bigger or smaller by toggling. And I want to show you a trick. This is just a secret trick that I think works. When you write an email, especially if you're making a newsletter that's going to go down really far, make sure that you put your social media snippet on the top and on the bottom. So I'm going to delete this one and show you why. Anytime you want, you can come hit preview in the black toolbar on top, and you can preview what your email is going to look like. So if I get it on my phone and I just look at it like that, I may scroll down, and when I scroll down, I don't see the Facebook snippet anymore. So I'm not thinking about you guys in social media. I'm not thinking, hey, I should follow them on Facebook, or hey, I should check out their Instagram page. So you're losing people just because you're not giving them a chance, because people usually don't scroll back up to the top of the email and go, oh yeah, I want to follow them on Facebook. So let me show you how we can fix that. I'm going to come up to my social media snippet, and I'm going to make a duplicate of it so I don't have to redo all of those links. And I'm going to bring it all the way to the bottom. And now watch what happens when I preview. I see my social media snippet. I'm reading, think this is great, love this company, and all of a sudden, oh, I can go check out their website, or I'm going to follow them on Instagram, and they can click on it right there. So that's just kind of a tip that I would do so you don't lose people, especially because lots and lots of people open up their stuff on their phone and their tablet and not always on their computer. So I'm going to go ahead and save this email by hitting Save as Template. If I just exit it out, it would automatically go in my drafts. But I'm going to save this as a template, so tomorrow I can show you how to use it in the campaign builder, and I'm just going to call this Frozen September. Hit save, you can name it whatever you want, and now that's saved into my templates inside of my email builder. Now I'm going to hit exit, come into my templates, and that email will now show up in my templates. Right there, that's one we made today. So I'm going to open up a couple more just so we can go over the different things that are in that email. Let me open up this one and show you the different building blocks. So that's just an Infusionsoft banner, a red divining line, an image, an image, an image, and then I have a clickable link right here. I have a title, which comes from text, and I just make it bigger, content, and a button. That's all that is in that email. Let's go into my drafts and look at another one, and then I'll show you how to send off a broadcast, and then we'll answer questions. Let's go into this one. This is a banner. The color in the background is bright, bright green. This is my Infusionsoft banner, video, image, text with a clickable link, image, image, image with maybe a buy now button. So this is your silver membership, this is your gold membership, and this is your platinum membership. And these buttons may say join now, join now, join now. Here's Get Your Ideas for Free. Just click here, check out our blog, Get Ideas Now, and my social media snippet. So you can see that all these emails are just building blocks. This one right here happens to be the group. So you'll see there's a block called group that gives you an image, content, and a button all together so you don't have to build it out. It's already built for you. So do you guys have any questions about building out the email before I go into sending a broadcast? Because I will answer questions real quick, and then we'll go into sending a broadcast. So there was just one question on how to put in a video again. Let me show you real quick. I think I have one in here. Let me grab this URL real quick. Go into blocks, grab video, drag it to where you want it. You can make it bigger or smaller just by using the toggle. Put in your URL wherever you're hosting that video, and then your video will appear. So I'm going to exit. Going to go back to my dashboard, and I'm going to show you how to send off a broadcast. The first broadcast I'm going to show you is to send it off to your whole list. So I'm going to come to the Infusionsoft logo, come to Marketing, Emails and Broadcasts. We go to the same place. We click on Get Started. I'm going to choose my template that I just created. And now, before I hit the details button, I'm going to hit Review and Send. When I hit Review and Send, Infusionsoft is going to check out that email. And everything that's green is good to go. Everything that's orange with an exclamation point means there's a problem. So we don't have recipients in this email. So when you get ready to send, you do need to choose your recipients. The little header comes down, and to choose your entire list, I'm just going to hit New Search right here where it says New Search under the Recipients field. When I hit New Search, this box will appear, and I'm not going to choose any filters at all. I'm just going to tell Infusionsoft I want to choose my entire list of people. Hit Search. And once I hit that search button, all 216 of my contacts will come up, and then I just hit Review and Send again, and I can send it out. But I don't want to send it to 216 people because it will be spammed, because I don't really have real email addresses in here. This is just my demo. So I'm going to hit X, and this time I'm just going to choose one person to send this to. So I'm going to hit New Search. I'm going to send this to Abe because I know that he's safe on my list. So regardless if I pick my whole entire list or I just pick one person on my list, it will automatically show up here in the field, and then I hit Review and Send again. And this time everything's going to be green with check marks. And that means, yep, everything's ready to go. I can schedule to send it at a later time and date. So if I'm going to be traveling tomorrow, I can schedule this to go out at 8 o'clock in the morning tomorrow, but I want to send it now. So I just hit the Send It Now radio button. Hit the blue Send Now, and that email will go out to my entire list. It will either go out to just one person, or if there's 75 people, it will go out to 75 people. And this is new. I've never seen this page before, so this is kind of cool. It brings you to your reports. Here's what I just sent out today. Here's your monthly fun. I can click on View Report, and once I do, it will bring me into this little report, and I'll be able to see how many people I sent it to, how many people opened, how many people didn't open, etc. And if you want to find out more about this report in our Help Center at help.infusionsoft.com, if you type in Email Broadcast Report, it will go over all of these different links right here. So let me show you how to send in one again. Emails and Broadcasts. Get started. choose my template, and I'm going to choose the same one. You always have the option to send a test to yourself by hitting test. You can send it to yourself or whatever email address you want to send it to. Review and send. No recipients. I'm going to start searching based on a tag this time. I'm going to search for newsletter subscribers. So I'm going to type in NL, and all my newsletter subscriber tags will come up. Here's end of the month newsletter sign up, offer newsletter sign up only, September newsletter sign up. They downloaded my ideas. Who do I want to send it to? I want to send it to my September newsletter signups, so those people will automatically appear. Review and send. Everything's green. Hit send now and send off your broadcast. So Infusionsoft used to just send you to that report that I showed you, that report with the pie graph. Now it sends you here. So you can send a broadcast by clicking this green button or send an email by clicking this blue button. That's brand new. So that's really exciting, because if you want to send another email, you can just send it right here. So I always give a challenge at the end of my webinars, and my challenge for you is to get inside of Infusionsoft, create an email template, add a link or a document or a video, add to that email, send a broadcast to yourself. You can even add me at basictraining@infusionsoft.com. I give you permission, and you can send me that first broadcast so I can take a look at it, see if all the links work, let you know if I think it's awesome or not. Save the template to your library so we can use it in the campaign builder tomorrow. Watch the recording, and I'm also going to send you a little workbook that I made just for when you go over the recording. You can just fill out the blanks in that workbook so that you can remember this stuff better inside Infusionsoft. Thank you so much for being an Infusionsoft customer, and thank you for joining me on today's webinar. Bye-bye.